chasing Valkyrie with the blue futon. And out of the box, or out of the wall, you want to call it, we have Valkyrie. Oh, that was a good catch, guys. Tom Cruise, directed by Bryan Singer, came out in 2007, I believe, about some Germans who said, you know what? We do not want Hitler to ruin Germany, and we want to show European nations that, you know what? Not all Germans are Nazis, and we are not trying to ruin the EU. But how does Valkyrie work? Let's find out. So Valkyrie, what's it about? I kind of already said in the intro, there are a couple of German soldiers, German officers, German secretaries who are like, you know what? I've had enough with Hitler and what they're trying to do with everyone in Europe by this horrible death, concentration camps, and these Germans are embarrassed of being Germans because of what Hitler is actually doing, killing thousands, millions, just because. Just because. And so now Tom Cruise and these other German soldiers are like, you know what? We're doing a coup. We're going to rewrite Valkyrie. We're going to destroy and kill Hitler. And while doing that, we're going to take over the army, have other civilians and generals take over and say, you know what? We are going to be a better Germany. But as you know of history, it doesn't work out. And Hitler actually kills himself 9 months later. So what I like about this movie, this is a very historically driven movie. There's not a lot of action set pieces, so when you see a Tom Cruise movie, and nowadays, don't expect non-stop action set pieces. Yes, there's a couple here and there, but this is more of a story driven of what these Germans are going to go through, trying not to get caught, trying to see who they get on their side to take over Nazi Germany, and what their plan is, just trying to get to that plan. This is a weird movie with casting choices and the actual movie is different. So I think having this movie being set in Germany with a lot of American actors speaking not a lot of German accents, but they're reading German but speaking in English, kind of takes the viewer out of the movie doing it that way. This is one of the movies where I think would have worked better with German actors being in subtitles instead of American actors doing it, and then not having German accents, and then also reading stuff in German but also saying everything in English. I think that didn't work as a movie standpoint of trying to get the viewers into the movie. That doesn't work in my opinion. But without that, they had to have some star power, and I think they thought Tom Cruise, Bryan Singer, that would work. But the set pieces, the cinematography, and the actual realism works really well. I actually watched a special feature for this one of using real planes, and it is actually in Germany where it is illegal to have the Nazi symbol. So when they were doing this flying the planes, they actually had the Nazi symbol, and a lot of people in Germany were kind of freaked out when they were flying it, but when the plane landed, they would take the Nazi symbol off right away, as well as in one of the main buildings that actually is still up in Germany. I don't know if it's in Munich or Berlin, but they put Nazi flags up everywhere, and every German person was kind of like, they don't want to say they're freaking out, but they're like, this is crazy because it is illegal to have the Nazi flag there. And they had a cool story of an older lady who was actually alive during this time. And, she was behind the camera actually, talking to Bryan Singer and everyone saying, oh my God, remember this. It was like this. So using that realism of locations of where this colonel was actually killed and the 4 other people, using that real location, using all these real locations in Germany, worked so well and bring the viewers in. You know how it was that push and pull, like I said, of having these actors speak English, no German accent, but reading everything in German, but then having all these real locations is a very pull and push and pull of, oh my gosh, so much realism, but they're not speaking German. But oh my God, look at that real location and real planes, but they're not speaking German, no accent, and them actually reading everything in German. So it's that back and forth, and Tom Cruise is writing in German. So it's that weird dynamic, like I said. But as a movie making standpoint, fantastic. Great acting, great directing, written well, suspense is there. The locations is awesome, cinematography awesome, the sound design is awesome. Everything about the movie is awesome, except there are some, slow-paced movements, but makes sense because this is a methodical movie, but it holds up okay. And like I said, just having these actors not being German took me out of it way more than I thought it would. But Valkyrie is still a great story to tell, to learn from the history, Because like I said, a lot of times before, it's kind of where I watched 2 Nazi movies in a row, where people are like, Trump's a Nazi, he's like Hitler. Know your fucking history, because we have now, like, people in the age range of like 18 to 26, 33% of them don't know that Jews were in the Holocaust in Auschwitz. They do not know that Jews were in the Holocaust. I don't know if they're deniers or if the teachers in these fucking colleges are actually not, are they saying, oh yeah, the Holocaust deniers? Are they saying they don't even talk about Jews anymore? And there's now talks about Orthodox Jews in New York, how they're being targeted by Cuomo and Blasio, but not any other religion, not anything else, not political things of the other side of Antifa, Black Lives Matter, that part. But Orthodox Jews are basically saying, if you do it, if you gather, we're going to. So it's weird dynamics of who's going after Jews today and what happened in the Nazi Germany realm of war. Who's doing it? Think. Like, I don't know. History's... Valkyrie will receive a 3.5 out of 5 with Futon, so it goes at 70%. So today the critics' news scores gave this one. So you have critics in 62% with 197 of them, and the audience score is 65% with 239,444. If you notice, like, the audience score is a lot less, how, Rotten Tomato changed their score, anyone can do it. So here's critic consensus. Given the subject matter, Valkyrie could have been a outstanding historical thriller, but sells for being a mildly entertaining but disposable yarn. Yarn, that's an interesting word to use. I'm going to call it disposable because there's still some history lessons to learn from this. Good writing. Christopher McQuarrie wrote this one. He's doing all the Mission Impossibles now with Tom Cruise. There's a friendship there. But, yes, and no to the critic consensus. But overall, I think it's worth the watch. It holds up pretty well. But like I said, there's that push and pull dynamic that is still there. That's not going to go away. So if you agree with the 62, the 65, or the 70, chase out the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. One of the things, Bhutan, Toby, Boof, Tony, and thanks for watching. Have a great day. Peace and love, peace and love. And remember what real Nazis actually are.